Welcome back. This is another exciting episode of Mr. Takeda is teaching Math 7. And this is lesson 5.5 on what we call slope. The essential question here is how can you compare two rates graphically on a graph? Are we going to graph today? Not in class. I mean, maybe in class, but not on these notes. You might have to put some graphs into your notes, though. Let's find out. So we have a key idea. This is actually a vocabulary term. I need to make sure you have this into your notes. The word is slope. It's the rate of change. Again, that word rate comes up. The rate of change between any 2 points on a line. It is measured. It is a measure of the steepness of the line. Okay, so for example, this line is steeper than this line. It's closer to vertical, so we call it steeper. Okay. So it shows the position of the line compared to the x and y axis. To find the slope of a line, find the ratio, the change in y to the change over the change in x. So this is a ratio, right? This is a ratio. And in this case here, look at the example here. I have 2 points. So to move from this point to the other point, I have a change of a positive 3 because I'm going up. Positive is up, and positive is to the right. What does that also mean? It means negative goes down and negative goes to the left. It's smaller, right? This means getting smaller. And then, so positive 3, and then I turn this corner to that other point, I have a positive 2. And you can go down here, up here, you see I'm doing the same thing on this side as they did on that side. But it's the change in y, which is my 3, over the change in x, which is 2. This is my slope, 3/2. Up 3 over 2. Up 3, and let's just say 2 to the right. Okay, let's take a look at an example here. Okay, so these this first example here, they label the points, they label the differences here between the points, right? So you can see the change for 1A, the change in y, the y value is 4. We're just counting it. The change in the y value is 4, so that goes on top. The change in the x value is 3. That goes on the bottom. Okay, 4/3. For number B, letter B, the change in y is 3. The change in my x, as I go from left to right, is 6. They label these things for us, 3/6. But that reduces to 1/2. Because look what basically happens here. If I go up 1, then I'll find another point on the line if I go up 2 to the right. Up 1, 2 to the right. Find another point on the line. See? That's why these are in proportion to each other. Okay, try these two. Now these two, 1TA and 1TB, they did not label those, or they didn't label those for us. You're going to have to count those. Okay, now remember, it's change in y over the change in x. Okay, so try these two. Label them 1TA and 1TB, and they might be asked. You might be asked for these things at the end. Spring class. Interpreting a slope. Okay, so now here I have this slope, and okay, let's go through the steps here. It says graph the data. Well, we're not going to do that. It's already graphed for us. Okay. Now it says find and interpret the slope of the line through the points. Okay, so if you graph all these points, 0, 0, 2, 10, 4, 20, no jokes, 6, 30, 8, 40, and 1050, we can draw a straight line through those points. Okay, so now it says find and interpret the slope of the line through the points. What did I say when they say interpret? That means you apply the units of measure. All right, the units of measure. So let's just grab one of these, and since I know I'm going to have to reduce, I'm going to use the smallest ones possible. I can't use the 0, 0, but I'm going to use the smallest one possible. In dollars, and when we talk about rates, again, it's dollars per hour. The X is going to go on the bottom. So dollars per hour. All right. So $10 for 2 hours of work. This reduces to 5 over 1. So when we say interpret, it's $5 per 1 hour. That's the interpretation. This person, for babysitting, earns $5 per hour. That's it. So when they say interpret, apply the units of measure and just put your answer in the context of those words. Here's one for you to try. This is 2t. Find and interpret the slope of the line through the points. You don't have to graph it. You want to interpret the slope of the line through the points, which means you're going to calculate the slope and then interpret it. Okay, that's it. Finish this up. Call this one 2t, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.